Hi everyone, I'm Jeff Meyer.
I'm Mandy Carnes.
And this is a video recap for our third class in our September 2018 progressive series in Lindy Groove, the topic Jukin. So this week we talked about, focused on 4 distinct solo movements that we can bring into the partnership. These movements in the face-to-face connection are led and followed through the feeling of the connection, but we can also do them visually in a one-handed open connection. So we'll do solo movement and then show them in the partnership. So the first one we did was the typewriter. So the typewriter is with our shoulders. The isolation is happening up here. So we push off of our standing leg, push, we feel it in our abs, and remember, our abs have to be super relaxed. So we push and we move our shoulders over, but it goes horizontal, right? We don't dip, right? So horizontal, and then collect. So push, collect, push, collect, push, collect. But we don't want to lose the pulse. So remember, the pulse still happens on that push. So we can get that up pulse as well the whole way through. Right? Okay, great. So that's the solo movement. This is in your homework. Practice the solo movement. In the partnership, in face-to-face connection, this is led and followed. So for leads, you want to connect with your partner's rib cage, right? And if your partner has relaxed abs, then when you do the typewriter, right, you're connecting with the rib cage, their hips will then have a lag. And it's useful to keep in mind, you might want to make that change of connection on your partner's back from maybe the standard connection to a little bit higher rib cage connection. That'll be something that'll be useful to signal to people, to partners who are maybe not really expecting it, but it's maybe not a necessity if you're more familiar with the person you're dancing. Next thing, after typewriter, we move from shoulders back to hips. We did a version of the funky butt. So the funky butt solo, right? We do the butt, push, butt, push, butt, push. So from the side, butt, push. So what's happening is this is a bend in the hips. This isn't so much about rolling the hips as much as a bend. My shoulders come forward as my butt goes out. So even though I'm doing this bend, my shoulders are over my knees, over my toes. I'm super balanced the whole time, and my arms come forward, right? Also, we mentioned the belly button, right? The belly button moves right in a sort of a U shape, up and over, right? As opposed to a more like robotic version of that. This is led and followed, again, face to face. You really are going to feel that stretch and in and stretch. So this, we're feeling that stretch at the end of the button. So got that in and out feel, okay? Then we did a second thing with the hips. We did the push and goes. So again, now this one is hips, but it's side to side. We push into that other leg, okay? Our abs are relaxed. Our hips are moving to the side, or we're still over this base leg. So that's the push. Our hips go straight forward. Notice it's not movement in my knee or in my toes, right? I'm not doing like this. It's hip, and then I go. So it's push, go, push, go. If you really want to get into the push and goes, you can go bend your knees more, you can take a bigger step, but if you want to keep it smaller, you can do little tiny steps. That's push and go. Okay? In the partnership, again, this is sort of led in the same kind of way. So when you're ready to, you do your push, and your partner will start to do a weight transfer, but then no, and that's and go, right? Push and then go. It's also useful to connect to your partner a little bit higher on their back, because if you connect lower at their waist, that will be a little prohibitive to allowing them to move their hips to the side. The last thing we did was the down hits. So this is in the, we're actually sort of doing a down pulse, but it's based off of just like down and down and down and down. But often you'll hear in the music, the rhythm section do this double time rhythm. So we're going to do down, but we're actually going to pulse twice for every down. So pulse, 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 pulse. Okay? And then, right, and this again, this is something, you don't want to do this real big, right? Because in a partnership, you know, it's going to feel a little bit awkward or uncomfortable, but you just need that little, it's a little bend in the knees, so you can practice at home, just that little like bounce, 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 bounce. It's very small, but you can feel it when you're connected to your partner. So then, you can go into this with maybe from here, up pulse, and then we hear the music. And then we go back into our up pulse. We practice that a bunch to music, so be on the lookout for the, you know, in the social dance floor. That happens all the time in blues music, to have those moments where you can do the down hits. So in any case, that's it. So thank you very much. See you guys next week.